Awesome. And to jump right into things, oh, someone else is entering. So I'd like to start off by introducing myself. My name is Sasha Ruddy. I am a vaccine engagement coordinator. I'm part of the VOTE team. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a white lady in my late 30s with my red hair styled down. I have trees in the background and I'm wearing a green top.
Bueno, quiero comenzar por presentarme. Me llamo Sasha y Rudy y soy persona de Vaccine Engagement. Soy una persona mujer blanca de mis 30s y tengo un fondo de árboles otoñales.
We're going to jump right in and I'm going to share my screen and go through some slides. We will also have a walkthrough of how to do a budget, and then we will definitely be able to answer any questions you have towards the end or during the presentation.
Bueno, pues voy a compartir mi pantalla. Vamos a recordar cómo elaborar un presupuesto y ustedes pueden hacerme preguntas en cualquier momento de la presentación o al final.
Okay, can everyone see my screen? Okay.
¿Todos pueden ver bien la pantalla?
Sí. Awesome. Yeah. Well, welcome. So you received messages from the VOTE team about requesting a budget for the VOTE funding for 2023. And so to start off, some important dates for you to know is we have funding from January 1st of 2023 until March 31st, which is what we are requesting you to create a budget for. Budgets need to be submitted by November 1st. If this date is concerning, please reach out to your vaccine engagement coordinator.
Ustedes recibieron la solicitud de parte del equipo VOTE solicitándoles que crearan un presupuesto para el 2023. Hay unas fechas importantes, tenemos financiamiento y esto va a ser a partir de enero del 2023 hasta marzo 31. Es entonces que ustedes tienen que presentar su presupuesto para Vaccine Engagement para el 2023.
If you do not submit a budget by November 1st, your contract will expire at the end of the year, so on 12/31/22, and you will not be able to be reimbursed for events that you hold in 2023.
Si ustedes no ingresan el presupuesto para el 1 de noviembre, su contrato expirará, vencerá y el 31 de diciembre de 2022 y no recibirán reembolso de ningún evento que hayan realizado hasta entonces.
You will, however, still be able to be reimbursed for allowable activities in December 1st, 2020, the full year of 2021 and 2022.
Sin embargo, sí se les va a poder reembolsar todas las actividades que han sido permitidas desde el 1 de diciembre de 2020, 2021 y 2022.
So, even though your contract will expire, please make sure you submit your invoices so we can reimburse you for the work you've done in your community.
Aunque su contrato venza, por favor, metan sus facturas para que les reembolsemos por el trabajo que han hecho en la comunidad.
Moving on. So where should you submit your budget? please submit your budget to your vaccine engagement coordinator.
Bueno, la pregunta, continuando, ¿dónde envían ustedes su presupuesto? Por favor, envíenlo al coordinador de vacunación que les corresponde.
Once you submit your budget, your vaccine engagement coordinator will send a confirmation that they have received it. In addition, when we send it to the fiscal team, you will be copied on that email.
Una vez que ustedes ingresen su presupuesto, el coordinador les va a confirmar por correo electrónico y también les vamos a enviar al de fiscal.
So some general funding questions. What if my organization needs more money than is left on our contract? Can I ask for more?
Algunas preguntas sobre financiamiento. Si mi organización necesita más dinero del que queda en nuestro contrato, ¿puedo solicitar más?
Yes, is the short answer. You can request additional NTE, which is not to exceed, which is the maximum amount your contract is holds. So if you have spent up to your 300,000 and you would like additional funding, please request additional funding at that time.
La respuesta simple es sí, sí pueden solicitar más. Lo máximo permitido en el contrato. Si ustedes han llegado a gastar $300,000 y necesitan más financiamiento, sí, por favor solicítenlo.
Can my organization request an advance payment?
¿Puede mi organización obtener un pago por adelantado?
Yes, is the short answer.
Sí, la respuesta breve es sí.
If your organization has not reached the limit of $150,000, you can request additional funding.
Si su organización no ha excedido la cantidad de $150,000, ustedes pueden solicitar financiamiento adicional o por adelantado.
In the form of an advance.
En forma de un adelanto. Sorry.
Additionally, so as an example, if my organization has requested $50,000 in advance funding, I still could ask the vote team for $100,000.
Por ejemplo, si mi organización ya ha gastado $50,000 como adelanto, yo todavía podría solicitar financiamiento por $100,000 más.
However, if I've asked for that total amount at any time, so if I've requested $150,000 at any time, while I've been a partner with Grant or with Vote, I will not be able to, advance funding will not be available.
Sin embargo, si yo ya he solicitado estos $150,000 a través de Grant o de Vote, entonces ya no será posible que reciba más adelanto financiamiento.
And lastly, this will be the only time, so when you submit your budget, this will be the only time your organization will be able to request funding for January, February, and March of 2023.
Esta es la última vez que ustedes su organización va a poder solicitar fondos para lo que es enero, febrero y marzo del 2023.
So, as an example, if my organization is going to host 2 events and I request $10,000 and I spend that $10,000 right away in hosting my first event, I will not be able to request additional funding for that second event.
Por ejemplo, si mi organización va a tener 2 eventos y yo gasto $10,000 en el primer evento y ya no tengo más para otro evento, ya no voy a pedir para el segundo.
And I would like to know your questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and feel free to come off from mute or raise your hand or put it in the chat if you have additional questions related to what I talked about.
Me gustaría escuchar sus preguntas. Voy a dejar de compartir mi pantalla. Pueden levantar su mano o dirigirse conmigo quitando el silencio del micrófono.
Any questions?
¿Tienen ustedes alguna pregunta?
I do have a question.
Sure.
So let's say that we ask for, an organization asks for $30,000, but only are able to spend 20 by the end of March. What happens to the rest?
That's a great question. And that money just goes back into the OHA. Like there's no penalty, there's no anything like that. You get reimbursed for however much you spent.
La pregunta fue si había solicitado un crédito o un financiamiento de $30,000 y solo gasté 20,000 para el mes de marzo, ¿qué pasa? Y responde Sasha que no hay problema porque ese dinero se regresa al OHA, Departamento de Salud, y solamente lo que gastaron es lo que se toma en cuenta.
If there aren't any questions right now, that's exactly what it is. We are going to do a walkthrough of the budget, and as questions come up, feel free to come off mute or raise your hand. But we're gonna do some screen sharing again.
Bueno, si no hay más preguntas, vamos a continuar. Vamos a ver cómo se hace el presupuesto. Si tienen alguna pregunta, pueden quitar el silencio de su micrófono o levantar la mano. Voy a volver a compartir pantalla.
Great. So your vaccine engagement coordinator should, in the correspondence or the message you were sent, you should have received the invoice and expense packages in that letter, in that message.
Ustedes deben de haber recibido un mensaje de la coordinadora de Vaccine Engagement donde venían las facturas y el paquete con los gastos también.
To fill out this budget, you only need to fill out tabs 1, 2, and 5.
Solamente es necesario que ustedes llenen las pestañas 1, las 2 y las 5.
And we're going to go ahead and do a walkthrough. So up at the top, it says name of my organization. I'm going to go ahead and put in Sasha's organization.
En la parte de arriba dice el nombre de la organización, pongo mi nombre, la organización de Sasha.
I'll put in my contract number. For this purpose, I'm just going to put 1111.
Ingreso el número de contrato, en esta ocasión voy a ingresar 111.
So the date, start period dates and end period dates only go to 12/2022. So we don't have to worry about putting anything in this space. If you would like to select November 1st, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to fill this portion out.
No es necesario llenar esta parte de la forma porque solamente recibe fechas hasta el final de diciembre de 2022. Pueden poner noviembre 1 si gustan, pero no tienen que llenarla.
So what's really, oh, yep.
This only goes for the Spanish one. It only goes to June 22 or July. So maybe we can just say to leave it blank.
Yeah, just leave it blank. Thank you,
Okay.
Christian.
Gracias, Cristiano. Entonces déjala en blanco mejor.
And we'll have that fixed right away. So what's important here is the question, what do you want to do? And there's a drop-down menu, and you're going to select budgeting for 2023. You'll select that.
Bueno, aquí hay un menú que pueden escoger presupuesto para el 2023.
And so in projecting my budget for 2023, my organization is going to spend, if I'm going to hold, let's say I'm going to hold 3 events. And during that time, when I host 3 opportunities for a vaccine, my cost for staff time is somewhere around $20,000. So I'm going to go ahead and enter $20,000 in that blue box right there.
Por ejemplo, si yo voy a tener un evento de vacunación y voy a tener 3 eventos para aplicar vacunas, el costo para esto va a ser aproximadamente de 20,000 para contratar personal. Yo voy a ingresar aquí 20,000 en el cuadro azul.
And I drive somewhere between, I usually get reimbursed for my mileage and parking, and that sometimes looks somewhere between like 200, sometimes 250. But you know what, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter in $300 just because I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to be reimbursed for all my travels for mileage. And then for outreach materials, when I print flyers or have ads on Instagram or Facebook or do a radio something, it comes out to be like $7,000. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in that 7,000. And then for the 3 vaccine events, I usually rent a space from another organization, and they charge me $500. So I know that amount is going to be $1,500 right now. So I can just enter in that amount.
Was that for translation services?
Oh, sorry, for vaccine rental space.
Perfect. 1,500?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And then my organization usually buys protective equipment for people that come to my events. And I'm going to say it's going to be right around $150.
Do we want to light the interpreter?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So sorry, Fabio.
Bueno, entonces para lo que es cuando yo manejo, normalmente me reembolsan lo que son el kilometraje, la gasolina. Vamos a suponer que yo sé que gasto 200, 250, pero para estar en el lado seguro voy a poner 300, que es lo que me voy a asegurar de que me reembolsen todos mis viajes. Ahora, materiales, por ejemplo, imprimo folletos, anuncios en Facebook, en el radio quizá, ahí voy a ingresar unos 7,000. Y bueno, también voy a rentar un lugar para mis 3 eventos. Ellos me cobran $500 cada vez. Sé que van a ser $1,500 más o menos. Además que mi organización compra equipo de protección. Van a ser como $150.
Great. And let's see. Now I'm going to, so for the PPE that was filled in for the supplies and equipment, correct, Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. And now for my overhead costs, I'm going to enter $1,500.
Y para gastos extras que pudiera tener de overhead son 1,500 voy a ingresar.
And then for my events, I usually have some sort of entertainment. I had a bouncy house one time. I had a band another time. And I think, so for 3 events, I will say I'm going to spend about $6,000 on entertainment.
Y generalmente tengo entretenimiento en mis eventos. Tuve una banda en alguna ocasión, otro house. Entonces, en mis 3 eventos vamos a decir que sería 6,000 lo que voy a agregar.
And then lastly, food. I really like to have a vendor and come in and provide meals. And that total cost, we'll say, is going to be $1,700.
Finalmente, me gusta tener un vendedor de comida, me gusta que haya comida, entonces contrato a alguien que lo haga y pues voy a poner aquí aproximadamente $1,700.
Great. And now down at the bottom, I see my total, which is $36,450. So I'm going to click on tab 2.
Ya en la parte de abajo veo mi total, que son $36,450, y ahora voy a presionar la pestaña 2.
And scroll down to the bottom to make sure that number looks the same. And it does. Great.
Y voy a ir hasta la parte de abajo para asegurarme que la cantidad sea la misma, y sí es la misma. Qué bien, muy bien.
And now I'm going to fill out tab 2. So I would fill out all that information again, my organization name, my contract number, my address, my phone number, and my email.
Entonces voy a volver a llenar toda esta información, el nombre de mi organización, el número de mi contrato, mi dirección, número de teléfono, correo electrónico.
And then the last thing I'm going to do on this tab is scroll down to where it says description, which is right above the total amount.
Y lo último que voy a hacer es ir hasta abajo donde dice descripción, justo arriba de la cantidad total.
And I'm going to enter budget for 2023.
Ahí voy a ingresar presupuesto para el 2023.
And lastly, I'm going to click on tab 5.
Finalmente voy a escoger la pestaña 5.
And I'm going to fill out this portion, which just verifies that I think all the information is accurate. So I'm going to fill out the date.
Finalmente voy a llenar toda esta información para verificar que la información es correcta. Voy a llenar la fecha.
That I prepared it and my signature.
Y mi firma.
And I'm going to do a check, check, double check, and just look at my tab 1 one more time.
Voy a hacer una revisión nuevamente. Voy a ir a la pestaña 1.
And make sure everything is there. So my organization name, the contract number that I've selected budget 2023 from the drop-down menu.
Verifico el nombre de la organización, el número de contrato, que escogí la opción donde dice presupuesto 2023 en el menú.
And that all the information that I've entered in is in there for the events or opportunities I'm going to host for community. And it looks good. And so I will save this to my desktop.
Voy a verificar todo que sea para los eventos comunitarios. Se ven bien, lo voy a guardar en mi escritorio.
And send it to my vaccine engagement coordinator.
Y se lo mando al coordinador de vacunas de Vaccine Engagement. Se lo voy a mandar.
And Christian, will you stop sharing your screen, please? Thank you. Are there any questions?
¿Alguna pregunta?
Yeah, I have, we've been doing this, since November last year. And we were over the $300,000 budget. So they add up money for us to be able to continue doing the work. But now, we are almost to the end of the money. So, but now this will be new money, isn't it? That we're asking for new money.
That's a really good question. So yes and no. If you were, because you requested for more money, or because you requested additional what's called NTE, and you've already spent it, and if you think you're going to go beyond that limit, then that's what you're going to request. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
maybe because we suppose we requested another 100,000.
okay.
And we're gonna go over that. If we do January, February, March, then we can request more money.
Correct.
Okay.
So then in your email, after you or when you submit your budget, if you in that email just let your vaccine engagement coordinator know, then that triggers a whole bunch of things.
Okay.
It makes the process easier, smoother, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
So is Rafael the only one needing Spanish? Should I interpret all this?
Sorry, Fabio, what was that?
I heard Rafael speaking English. I'm not sure if you'd like me to interpret what just went on.
I think it's okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Madeline, do you have any questions?
It seems it looks very simple, as following, yeah, because I think we're gonna do, we're gonna do it. We're gonna continue, we've been doing successfully. So, but I did, because the billing process, has been kind of slow, because we're still, but I guess that it's part of the fiscal, and so we're working with them. But I just wanted, I got nervous because, what about if we run out of the money, and then can we ask for that and the 3 months of 2023? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And I will say, as a general statement, it's better to ask for a little bit more than you think, and maybe not use it all, than
Yep.
run out of money,
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Madeline, do you have any questions?
No, not at the moment, but thank you.
For sure. Well, cool. If unless there's more questions, which I'm more than happy to answer, I'm happy to give you back your time. If everyone feels good.
Yeah, one quick. What do you think that it might be is a possible that might be extended again? Because like what?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. We don't anticipate it going past March of 2023.
Okay.
We haven't, there isn't anything official, but from what I'm hearing, because the national emergency, which is FEMA funding, is over. So like emergency funds are coming to an end. So that's kind of why we don't anticipate going further than March, but again, nothing official has been one way or the other.
Great.
Well, awesome, everyone. Thank you so much. If you come up with questions between now and November 1st, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, your vaccine engagement coordinator, to answer any more questions.
Gracias. Si tuvieran alguna pregunta, me pueden contactar o al coordinador de vacunas con cualquier otra pregunta.
Awesome. Have a great day, everyone. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sasha. Is that all?
Thank you, Fabio. Yep. You're good to go. I really appreciate it.
My
Gracias,
pleasure.
Fabio.